Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio using the Space Exploration mod pack. So we have some problems, we have some goals. Right now, look at this empty belt. This is so shameful. This is supposed to be copper, but all our copper is being used earlier on in the belts. We just added a whole bunch of copper too to our base. I think we need to take something out of our base, and I think the thing we're going to get rid of is this. So right now we have this constant drain of resources over on this part of the base to our train to send these little, what's it called? Not these. The capsules across the map to our cannon base. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna make our cannons locally. Or not our cannons, but our capsules locally. So that's full. Go ahead and let's go over there forever. I should have brought more chemical plants. Oh well. So we're having trouble in space right now because we can't shoot enough stuff up into space fast enough, including simple things like copper. We're going to fix that by producing these capsules locally. So let's look at the recipe for a capsule. It is low density structure and explosives, and then heat shielding and copper cable. So let's just up this a bit. Let's say we're going to make 5 a second. That would need 67 of these, of each. We already have the LDS. That would need 5 LDS per second. How much LDS did we make in the first place? We made 2.5. So maybe this is a bit, maybe that's reaching a bit hard. Let's cut that in half. Where was I? These. And that would mean we have no LDS to shoot in the space. But this is going to be, you know, it's going to be bursty. We're not going to be using these all the time. Well, I mean, I kind of have been assuming that we're going to be shooting a lot of stuff up into space. I don't know. I do feel that perhaps our initial plan, this launch facility that has all these cannons shooting stuff up into space, was not the best idea. I think that it was convenient. But I think that in the future, we're going to slowly be replacing things with logistics. And then we'll just have like single large cargo rockets that carry a bazillion copper. And then the copper gets distributed where we want it. Anyway, let's go ahead and start planning this. This needs 25 chemical plants. Like I said, we should have brought more chemical plants. Do I happen to have any here? No. Can I make any locally? Not easily. Here, let's just ride back. Never mind. Ignore what I said. Go back to the delivery capsule pickup. So while this is all going on, we do have to be aware that we have on Semiel, this cryonite facility. And it's slowly filling up this rocket with the cryonite we need. It has filled up all the liquid fuel we need. Just has another half a rocket to fill up with rods. So that's kind of what we're aiming for eventually. Here, and this will never be full because we cut off the entrance. So let me just grab some stuff. In fact, can you just supply me with things? If I'm short. Bots. Instead of robbing my fuel, perhaps. The music is oddly loud right now. Alright, turn this off. Otherwise, they're going to steal these. So, take them back. More of these. And I want these. And do I have enough of these? Probably. Enough assembling machines. Yeah. Alright, take two. Let's try that again. We are still shooting up some things here, locally, rather than over at the facility, the cannon facility. Is there a way to just, like, disable this for a little bit? There. So it should sit here forever now, until I get back in. Alright, so to make the explosives, we need coal and sulfur and water. We got coal here, we got sulfur here. Maybe over this way? I don't have the right things in. I have life support. I need to have more bots. Ah. So we already have this right here, which is a very similar thing. Do I want to do it this way, though? I don't think I do. I think we'll plan it out afresh. So, like this. Because this is water all along the way. So I guess we don't even need them separate. We can just put them back to back. How many do I need? 25. So that's 14. And then the idea would be we'd have... What's the major component? It's 101. So let's have this be the output. I guess maybe the output going this way. Nah, this way's fine. Then double input lines. Yeah, we need to get rid of some more of these plants. Yeah, just go ahead and copy all this to right here. Alright, and it needs to pull 1, then 3, sure. Like that. And on this side, we have to do some pipe management. Like that. Let's see if that works as a pattern. Looks good. Bit of trimming. Now, are these on power? They're not. There we go. Now we need just to supply this. Here's the water. Does that seem loud to you? It seems loud to me for some reason today. I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. I don't know, for some reason maybe it's just bothering me more than usual. Alright, that's all the explosives. Next step. The LDS and the heat shielding. So it's another 34. Oh, that was 20, 25. Why do I want to do this? Because it's 4 inputs. But the entire thing is only one belt of copper cable, which is convenient. So we don't need to include that as part of the pattern. I know, belt on cable, but... I'm sorry, cable on belts, but what can you do? Let's get rid of this thing here, right? I have a logistic bot for some reason. And it's not in a network, so probably I shouldn't just leave it there. Alright, so... I'm thinking let's output to the middle and then we'll... No, we have... It's 4 inputs. Which one? Is one of them at least half? So the LDS and the heat shielding are half. This one is... Let me put it in terms of yellow belts. It's not quite a half a red belt. So... we could do this in 2 belts. So, output double input. These are all going to be delivery cannons, delivery cannon capsules, which are, I keep looking them for to be right here, but they're not. They're over here. It's a long recipe too, right? 10-second crafting time. So we don't need to worry about the individual logistics of it. And how much total? We said 34, so 36. So that's 8. That's 32. And we need to get rid of some trees. Please. Where is this going? I guess it's going to start up here. No, we kind of want to just feed into our system. So, right there. Which is fine. It means we can go across the tracks. And it'll work fine. I'm gonna run out of reds, aren't I? Did that work? I can't see. This thing is in the way. Looks good. Okay, but we're definitely gonna run into trouble trying to trying to put red belts to get these things connected together. So let's go back and resupply. Unless I happen to have a bunch here. I do not. So when you're up here, I guess you're never going to get full, so it's going to be passenger present and time passed at least 30 seconds. And if I want to go faster than that, I can just click it. This has become a passenger train. Go ahead, clean it all up, bots. I probably could use some more logistic storage. If we can make any at the moment. Sure, a couple. I should switch to making circuits from wood, because we just have so much of it. Maybe I need more logistic bots. We literally have all 1,000 of them busy trying to take away my trash. Where are you going? I can at least help you along your trip. This one. That's the one that's our time at the moment. There's something mesmerizing about a huge bot swarm. We're not there yet. When you get 10,000 bots and they're all moving at once, that's quite mesmerizing. This is a mere 900. Alright. And let's turn this off so they don't trash the things I need. And grab a few more reds. Looks like we're definitely having some trouble with oil. We're not producing enough silver. Used to be a copper issue. Now we're getting copper, but we ran out of oil. Probably for heat shielding. Probably okay for the rocket components. Yeah. We still have not finished filling up our rocket components. We used to have it going all the way back to the machines. Now it's back to here. Slowly but surely we'll get there. The idea is that we're going to want to launch like 500 of them at once. On a cargo rocket to our moon, which we did already. And that's why it's taking so long to replenish. But once it does, this will mostly be idle. We've shifted a lot of our, except for our main mall, we've shifted almost everything into space. Or, you know, this launch facility down south. We need to go up and get supercomputers being built, because we're going to need a few hundred of them. But I guess I'm letting blue circuits build up. I don't know. Are they actually building up? I should check. Yeah, we're getting a few blue circuits. It's slow. What's the major hold up here? Looks like it might be the copper deliveries. Yeah, it's all copper delivery issues. I really probably could use another one of these. So that's reflecting onto this. Why don't I add a couple more of these? On the same conditions. Just so that we can load a little faster. It does take some time. Alright, so the total amount of copper wiring I need for this is 1 belt, which I'm going to get from 9 machines, 9 assembly machines, which really means 10. And where do I want to do that exactly? Because I need it here. I got copper right here. I could just grab copper from here, but I'd rather just use it from our existing system. This right here is fine, I guess. It's not, it's small. It's only one belt, right? Yeah, it's half a belt turning into a full belt. One of the ways in which you can tell that I have not set up my my base very well is that I keep having to come back and do all this really low-tech stuff like this when I should be up in space, like making supercomputers and that kind of thing. So I didn't make this robust enough in order to scale up. But that's fine. Eventually we're going to be pulling all our raw materials, or at least many of the raw materials, from other space bodies. Other bodies in space. And we'll have better resources for it, like the pyroflux ways. I need to jump out into the asteroid belt, perhaps, and start looking at what's up there. What is up there? I'm just going to take a look right now. Just take a quick peek. So, we have one asteroid belt that's full of methane ice, uranium, and a bit of iron ore. That's not very helpful. What about the first asteroid belt? That's got a bunch of copper. But again, no pyroflux out here. But eventually, we might make it so all our copper comes from this asteroid belt. And there's things we can do with barrel, of course. Anyway. The factory gets hungry for lots of copper. Why am I bringing this? Right down here. Which are the two that are big? There's like two that are half, and then there's one that's... so cable is the big one, and then explosives is also big. So, wait, cable needs to be alone. I didn't plan this right. Frustrating. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Okay. Let's try this again. I was thinking we could, I mean, between the two of them, I was thinking we could put these on one belt, but that doesn't work because this needs to be a full belt by itself. Frustrations. So we'll put the cable run through the center with the output. Everything is more difficult than I think it should be. That's the wrong way of putting it. Everything is more difficult than it needs to be because I am bad at designing a factory. But we're pretty good at makeshifting our way once we've screwed up and making it work. And that's what you really need. Recovery skills. It's all about those recovery skills. Alright, so right now we're outputting only. We need to also input from here. And there we go. Now the remainder is the heat shielding and the LDS. Heat shielding we've got up here somewhere, right? Yeah. See, if I were planning this better, I wouldn't be just running these belts through each other. I'd actually have a plan. Instead, I'm just kind of seeing where it ends up. Then we'll work it out from there. It almost looks like I planned it, but I did not. So this needs to be the LDS. Which is right there. Alright, and the last thing is sulfur. Or not sulfur. Explosives. There we go. Seems like it's going to work. Can trim a little from place to place. We'll see if we have the ratio right if half of these stay dark. Or if it ends up being all on the left side of the belt or something like that. Alright, so that should stop this issue with not having enough of these, for a little bit at least. Though we might end up deprived of copper and stuff because we're eating it up here. Let's go back into space. That should get our science going. Our science was stopped because we weren't shooting enough stone bricks into space. Now we are. Or hopefully we will be. Let's get our life support cleaning up. Looks like we're still having oil issues. Do I need to fix that before going, or should I? If I were to fix that, how would I do it? I've already pulled in oil from like all sorts of places. This would be the next patch, I guess. Or these. Really, we should get some oil from Sol Salas, the nearest moon. It's got tons of oil. Oh, we're not tapping these. But that doesn't even go to the same place. That's for here. I haven't tapped these either. But that's for shooting, stuff into space. That one, perhaps, might be the closest next to that one. Can't it just kind of solve itself, though? Like, we are getting a trickle. And since we moved our... Yeah, we're just not getting enough crude oil. I don't want to worry about this. when it becomes a bigger problem, we're going to worry about it. But we just really reduced our heat shielding consumption in the base. So hopefully, maybe it'll have time to reach a better equilibrium. I don't know. We're still consuming a bit of LDS to make rocket parts, though this has already gone all the way back to here in just the short time we've been talking. I think it's time to go up into orbit. Look how fast that makes that. Zooming. And yeah, here are scientists going again. Good, good. Alright, let's go back up into space. I need 13 rocket section. Oh, I need to drop all this junk. Switch back to life support. Eight sections then. And a bunch of fuel. And I might as well bring some of these because they're always in demand. We really should just make them in space. And in fact, I think that's going to be part of what we do this time. Oops. Bit more fuel. And let's actually take some logistic bots up. Just a few. Ah. We're almost out of things that only these 4 items left need just the science we have. Now they're going to start needing the this science, the utility science pack, which is the cryonite science. Soon. Here. There we go. And choose coordinates. Right there is fine. Well, you tried. We have an hour and a half of life support, so it's not worth worrying about. Let's put these in the RoboPort. I can't. Here. Make a couple copies of these. Giving me a bunch of useless stuff too, like this. I should just get rid of these. I mean, I guess they're here for intermediate parts. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Looks like our space science is having some troubles. That's what's keeping this from being able to go all the time. Yeah, we know we didn't do a very good job of space science. It's kind of crappy. But that's fine. Let's not worry about that for now. So what I really want, and I know what I really want is to have this cryonite facility. But this is not entirely the way I want to do it. I want to have a facility that makes these blank data cards. And well, I guess it needs to make them and then also clean them. That's the whole point. So let's make a new facility that is all about these cards. So I want to take a junk data card and create a blank data card. And that's going to need thermofluid, so we're going to need a parallel system. And my goal is to create... Well, what was the requirements for this? It needs 10. So let's say we're gonna need a lot. We're gonna need many. So let's say our goal is to start with 10, just to begin with. That's only 22. That seems low. Let's say our goal is a space transport belt. That's 100. That seems high. 20. 43. We can make that work. And we're going to need a whole bunch of stuff moving thermofluid around. We're going to have these broken data cards we have to deal with. So, broken data card. Is there anything else we can do with that? No. All we can do is turn it into scrap at a recycling facility. From scrap, we can do a few things. We can get oil. We can get landfill. We can deliver it somewhere. Right now, we've just been storing it. I mean, it's a one-item thing. We just need to make a bunch of supercomputers. So I guess let's make a new production line for making supercomputers at a very slow rate. We don't need a ton of supercomputers. Just a few hundred. So 0.1 will do. So a single machine can do it. It just needs 10 processing, 10 LDS, and 1 space assembly machine, which we are not making anywhere. So we're going to have to make that also. What if we were to make... Oh, that has to be made in a space manufacturing. What about some... We want to make the big electric motors in space, probably. So lube, steel, small motors, and circuits. And then LDS, processing units, heat shielding, whole bunch of stuff. Do I have enough of those things just to begin even? I don't think I do. Here, add a request for these. 50, no more than 150. None on the way. Yeah, so we don't have any of those in storage. We'll have to just make a few. Which is, you know, what we're trying to do in the first place. But we just need to, we just need to do it, a bit elsewhere. fell in. And we've got heat shielding over here. That's fine. Go back to what you were doing. We're breaking our pattern by using these white machines instead of more manufactories. I do need one of those, though, at least. So we'll have to go and grab a few. There, give me a manufactory. At least one, no more than 3. Not in the logistic network. On the way. How about at least 3? Alright, we got a few. So, 7 and a 1 and a 1. Yeah, we should spread them out a little bit for the lube. And we'll just do 8 because it's common numbers. I don't have any bots, do I? There we go. And we'll need to make some space pipe in order to deal with that. But what else does it, what do these need? So greens and smalls. I'm going to go ahead and steal from here. Oh, I need to get some space belts. Okay. And I don't feel like setting up new things to shoot into space. I think we're just gonna blatantly steal stuff from surrounding other places. Yeah, my solar power is all stopped right now because we're full of scrap, so we can't make any more of these panels. But that's fine. It's got almost a full box. I'm not gonna worry about it. So it's less than 1 of both of those. Nah. I'm being really lazy here. Just to make it happen. Alright, then steel. Is there somewhere I can steal some steel from? Maybe here? We got steel here. Which side of the belt does it end up in? The top. Look. Shot myself out into space. Alright. Now the lubricant. How do I want to do this? I have lubricant here. You know, I kind of forgot that underground pipes are so expensive. Is there a way to avoid them? I don't think so. How do I want to get across? Or do I even want to do? Maybe I just go around. I think that might be easiest. Even a three-pointer is cheaper than actually placing 3 belts down. or 3 pipes down. So this covers 15 spots, but only needs 8 pipes. They're a little bit more tricky to work with, but what can you do? I think I am going to be stuck here with undergrounds. 4 of them. Or 8 of them. I don't believe I can just run an underground, like, against this. That doesn't connect. So we'll probably have lots of little length 3 pipes. So too big for that one. What about a 5-er? 5 will do. It is its own little problem, though, having to figure out the right lengths to connect various things. Another 5-er, please. What we really need to do is just have enough that we can just have a few in supply. And our last set. There we go. Alright, that was the 7, which was actually 8. Now there's 1 of these, which also needs blue, LDS, and heat shielding. And then we're also going to need blue and LDS for the next bit too. I'm looking for where I can steal something. Where are we pulling in heat shielding? For the, for these, I guess. I think that's the only place. Although I could be wrong. Because we did make a scheme of it. Do these engines need it? No. These don't need it. What about this? Do the mirrors need it? The mirrors need it. So we do have some heat shielding right here. But this would be tricky to get out. This is also LDS right here too. So maybe this is actually a good opportunity because of having both the things I need. So move that there. And we've got the belt. We just need to get to the right spot now. clear, efficient design, right? A lot of forethought went into this. That's why this belt's full of scrap. What are the counts? So it's a whole half a belt of these. For these, it's small numbers all along the way. So I need to get this and bring it down here. I might... Okay, just because the belts are going in the wrong direction, I might just run 3 belts. So let's say we're going to put this there. And this is producing what? The supercomputers itself. Which doesn't need this. And you are going to producing yourself. I don't need to do it that way. I can run this over here. Like that. Then we can pull in 2 from over there. And this is our blue. Go ahead and turn this off. And you go like that. And now you need to be able to grab those in some quantity. That should work. We're just not producing anywhere near enough blues fast enough. I could cheat. I mean, the issue is green. Oh, come on. Where can I connect to? There. That'll get it going faster. Alright, and now you need a place to output. And I kind of want you to output also. Into a box. Good God, that needs a lot of blues. I mean, I guess we were stocking up because we knew we need a bunch of blues. But wow. What do we need for the actual manufactories? Like, can I just put that right next to this? They also need fast inserters and cosmic water. We brought the cosmic water out here at some point, didn't we? Yeah, it's right here. So we could put another little thing right here, probably, for making that. Hey, we actually have a supercomputer. Let's look at it. Isn't it pretty? So you are making... Well... We kind of need them in... We need 3 different sets. Or we need 2 different sets, I guess. We need some that make the... That use the blank data cards, and some that fix the used up cards. And both of them need thermal fluid, which we've been ignoring. Here, put this back. I'm gonna let it have way more of this than I intended. This was supposed to be sufficient, but it seems like it's having some troubles. There you go. It's full time. Now I wanted to prefer these, and it seems like it probably is going to. Still only one over here. Takes a while. Takes a long time to get each of those computers. Alright. Well, this is going. Next step, we should start looking at the thermal fluid. So it's a similar matter. What just happened? You just came and stole something from me. A similar matter of cooling down the thermal fluid. So we'll have to have a sort of a initial thing that creates the thermal fluid, but then after that we can just heat it up and cool it down. And I believe the whole process is lossy, right? So going from 25 to 10, you lose 1 per 50. We said that this is going to need a total of 2.1 per second. So let's say that's our goal, to be able to cool 2.1 per second. That would only require 1 thermal radiator? Really? Okay, maybe this isn't as big a deal. Maybe this is like space lubricant. Thermal fluid. Needed in small quantities. Alright, I was thinking we need a whole facility for this, like we were going to make with the other bit, but maybe not. Maybe instead, we just want to think, how are we going to initially produce the thermal fluid? This will be our topping off recipe. So it's sulfur, and let's say we want 1 a second. And even that's far more than we need. Need to buy a chemical facility, and sulfur, iron, copper, oil, and chemical gel. Now we're making chemical gel somewhere else. Where are we doing that? Right here. So we already have some chemical gel we can just steal from this. We'll need another one of these biochemical facilities, which are huge. Just they're as big as these, but oh well. I'm thinking maybe I don't need to worry about this part, and we can build it on the fly. at like the edge of when we're building the rest of it. The supercomputers are going to be a bigger issue. Of course, we have to make this thermal radiator, which doesn't need that much. No, it's just a bunch of cable. Alright, well, I was thinking this would be a big and involved thing. It's not. Let's actually start looking at this product line. So we got, it's cryonite rods, which we have a ton of. It's cryonite rods and solar panels and efficiency modules. And then some messiness so you haven't worked out yet. The efficiency modules are easy. They're just green and copper. A lot of it, but you know, easy. I'm probably not going to make this much of it. Let's say we're going to do 2 a second. Just starting off small. See, this process itself is going to need a lot more cooling. Because we're, not just the data card cleaning, but the actual producing the science. That needs 5 radiators compared to the 1. Alright. If we were to switch this back to white, would that be huge? Not really. So we need green, we need copper, steel, and glass. Got a bunch of green. Why is this not going? Is science stopped? Looks like we don't have gray. Gray science, what's your issue? Not enough walls. It's this bit. The part that's using machine learning data as a signal. We've seen that before. Let's go back to the planet and just take a look at what's going on. Because you should have plenty of launchers now, but you don't. What happened to all the launchers? We ran out of sulfur. Which belt? This one? Inside. Plenty of water. So it's a petroleum gas issue. Plenty of oil. It must be a balancing issue. Yeah, we have so much light oil. We're not cracking it into petroleum gas fast enough. So basically, we just need to double this, I think, and that will fix it. Because these are stopped because they can't get rid of their heavy oil fast enough, or light oil fast enough. But I have to go down and do it manually because I didn't logistic this area. It's too far from our base. I don't want it to. Yeah, we'll deal with that in time. All right, let's remember that. And well, should we just go deal with it now? While we let supercomputers build up. This is stopped. Lack of... Okay, yeah, they're not going to get the resources they need. We need to go ahead and deal with that. Someday it might be faster to go. It might be more efficient for me to actually just to get between the parts of my base on Nelvis to actually fly up into space and land somewhere else. It feels a little silly to say that, but I think it's going to happen. This is nicely backed up all the way to the machines, so that should cut down our consumption over here. LDS hasn't finished backing up into its machine yet, though, but it will. That will give us a lot more copper for the rest of our base. Let me grab all the stuff we put in a box over here. Do I have a chemical plants? I do. I don't need this. Or those. Switch this out. And I guess let's get our life support turning over. I needed some piping before I head down. I've got a decent amount of underneath. But let's get some just regular straight piping. No? Nothing being built there? Wrong place. God, I've had this base for a long time. Like, this has been a long playthrough, and I feel like we've barely even gotten started. We're working on the first of the science packs that you have to build in space. Well, the second, but the first one doesn't count. You should definitely look at our base and study it as an example of what not to do. For example, the part where we take our convenience passenger train and then have to fly another couple minutes in order to. Oh look, now it's full. What happened? That it was giving me a problem before a little bit. I guess the plastic filled up. I don't know. We do have this split, right? So like we have a solid fuel area over here. And all these are stopped because they have too much petroleum gas. Do I want to combine these two? Like, would that... I kind of don't. I mean, we're kind of just making this solid fuel. This is our solid fuel area, so I'm not going to mess with that. We'll just crack this half over here a bit better. Nope. Okay. Wow, that was like the wrongest way I could have done that. Empty, please. That was right. But I don't even know how I did that. I screwed something up. And that can disconnect directly. Alright. Well, it somehow fixed itself, but in the meantime, we helped it. Do I need more of these? I don't think so. I think that we're still not being able to spend... We're still spending our petroleum gas as fast as we can. But I mean, okay, this entire area is... I hate just leaving this empty. I mean, but I don't want to ruin it. Maybe we can do some sort of logistic thing, or circuit network thing, with pumps. So the idea would be we only want to send stuff over into this system. We don't ever want to receive it, because this is inefficiently producing a solid fuel. Because we needed that for rocket fuel and that kind of thing. So. At the same time, I don't want to overfill. So you are only active if heavy oil is less than 1,000. You're only active if light oil is less than 1,000. And if petroleum gas is less than 1,000. But this doesn't even have any of that. It's full of petroleum gas, so that's not going to even do anything. Maybe I'll make this one less stringent. So if this is less than 10,000. So that wasn't even able to do anything because we weren't able to build stuff out of light oil because petroleum gas was keeping it from being made. No, well. Oil is tricky. But we got tons of petroleum gas now all of a sudden, so I'm not going to complain. Except for it doesn't seem like tons is getting through to here. Maybe I need to short circuit it a little bit. Yeah, they're going. Ah, now we're producing a nice solid stream. Not quite sure what the problem was. Maybe it would help if I used a pump over here. Like it might be a pressure issue. I don't know. I'm not seeing it accumulate anywhere. That's the issue. And now it's not going as well. Yeah, I think we had a burst of excess from here, but now it's back to normal. All right, let's say we solved our problem. I guess time will tell us if we're wrong. But now at least we have a full belt of sulfur where we had nothing before. And it's just finally catching up to over here. So, yeah, and then science kept going again. But now we only have this last one, which needs 1,000 science. But after that, we're done until we get the cryonite set up. How's our planet doing? What does this mean, danger zones? I don't know. Is the idea that as you go through it, you end up with trouble, or is that just like permanently on the on this area? There's no threat here. I don't know what the danger zone is. Ruin. Ah. There's a ruin here? Maybe I should just do some exploration. Like, I know there's a spaceship somewhere. Oh. Oh, there it is. Yeah, if I just come in here, I'd find a bunch of ion stream stuff. A bunch of stuff I can use. We need to walk up to it. Holmium accumulators. Nifty. But there isn't like a structure around. I thought they might be saying there was a big structure. No, I'm not seeing one. Ah, well. But yeah, we should definitely like take a capsule and just go explore. Touch those things and see what we can do with them. Like, can we use that to come back here and to facilitate easier travel that we don't need a capsule for? I don't think we can land that. That seems like a bad idea. Anyway, so this is full again. This is going. And we're at least sending out these out, and so we're getting a few of this going. Let's pretend we solved our problem. How's that same problem back here? Like, we were having some trouble with sulfur. It seems like we're still having problems. But here the issue is lack of oil, not lack of refining. And I gotta admit, a large part of it is just the rocket fuel. I mean, we've been using a lot of plastic also, but a lot of it is just we keep on sending this huge stream of rocket fuel up into space whenever I want to hop up and down. But that's okay. Okay, I think that next time we're gonna focus on setting up a thermofluid production area, or perhaps let's actually just take a look at what the requirements are, not to recycle these, but to produce them from scratch, because we're gonna need an initial load, and we'll need to keep on rebuilding them. So, a production line of data cards, blank data cards. Not recycling them, just making them from scratch. So it needs reds, copper, and polished data storage substrate. Let's say we want one a second. Polished data storage substrate can be made from either cosmic water or chemical gel. Yeah, this is going to give me some byproducts. That contaminated cosmic water also. Do I actually want that? Like, would that be a virtue? I can't imagine. But you never know. Contaminated cosmic water can be turned into contaminated scrap, which gives me back the contaminated cosmic water. It also turns into contaminated biosludge, which turns into biosludge. So our biosludge and cosmic water may be like easily convertible. They seem like they're very related. So this is the vitamelange stuff, the spice. And there's this entire sequence about it. Just like the cryonite and the vulcanite. That's the vitamelange part of it. We kind of lost track of what we're doing. So we want to create polished data storage substrate from chemical gel. So we have less byproducts to deal with. And it also needs this rough data storage, which we create from glass and iron plates. And that's going to give me some scrap also. Needs decontamination facilities. And this will be done in a couple manufactories. We're going to need, like, I'm kind of putting it off because I'm hoping that when we get logistics, we can just have all the scrap gathered to one spot and deal with it, rather than trying to weave it through our factory. But iron in class, that's easy. So most of us is going to be getting enough biosludge, or chemical gel, forgive me, which we're already making from cosmic water and petroleum gas up in space. Okay, that's not going to be hard. I just wanted to get a quick intro to it before we signed off. So yeah, thank you everybody for watching. The main things we got done today were, well, fixing our problems in the ground and in orbit, fixing some problems in orbit, and setting up some production for the supercomputers, which we're going to need hundreds of, and apparently we're producing 5 in an hour. And that's with cheating. But we had problems on the ground. That was what was causing the issue. I do love watching it just splam out a whole bunch of circuits at once. Once we get the logistics of this place set up, it's going to really burn. It's going to go great. But we don't have it yet. We need a few tens of thousands of logistic bots. Anyway. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time.